Hey everyone, it's Carolyn. Welcome to the channel. Today I have another really fun video for you. We're going to be doing a pick a pile reading. We're going to be looking into what messages does yourself have for yourself. So I'm going to be tapping into the energy of your present self, your higher self, future self, past self, younger self, whatever you want to call it. All the versions of yourself are going to be able to come through in this reading today to give yourself a message that you need in this moment. So this is going to be a timeless message. Whenever you come across this video is going to be when it's meant for you. This reading is meant to help you evaluate things in your life, either by giving you some wisdom that your future self thinks it's going to be important for you, or by looking at your past self, your younger self, and seeing how far you come. This reading is really meant to help you tap into your own energy, remove the bias of everyone else around you, and figure out what you need to do that's going to be best for you. And so the way that I'm going to have you pick your piles today is I have 3 charms laid out in front of you. We have the dream catcher, the octopus, and then we have the Astro dice, and it landed on Gemini. So you could pick this, if you are a Gemini, or if you just like Gemini. Gemini also represents the 3rd house. It represents communication. So that's some ways that you could figure out what you're drawn to. The dream catcher, that could be representing something that's been appearing in your dreams. The octopus could represent an animal that you like. It could also represent an energy of being very smart, intellectual, while also maintaining a lot of different things at the same time and multitasking. Really take time to sit and meditate as you figure out what pile you're drawn to. You can always watch more than one pile. Sometimes there's different messages in each of them, so just do what feels right for you. But as you meditate, really focus on what energy feels like you, feels authentic to you, and that you feel you're being drawn to, and that relates to you in some sense. There should be a feeling of nostalgia or comfortability with the piles because you are connecting with your own self. These messages are coming from you, so there shouldn't be any fear, there shouldn't be any resistance. I also want to add that the timestamps for each of the piles are going to be in the description box down below. So if you're drawn to pick your piles by angel numbers, go ahead and look at those numbers and see if any of them resonate for you. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family. I post new videos every single week. I do more pick a pile readings like this. I also do collective readings and past life readings to help you on your spiritual journeys, along with other educational videos to help you all learn and develop your own psychic abilities. I'm going to have more of my videos linked in the cards above for you to watch after this one. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start off the reading. So those of you who chose the dream catcher, I have your cards here. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and see what messages yourself has for yourself. So you have the 3 of Swords, King of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, the Chariot, the 4 of Wands reversed, and King of Cups reversed. The back of the deck energy is the 9 of Pentacles. So I'm going to rearrange your cards real quick so you can see them a bit better. Okay, so honestly, what I'm hearing from yourself is that you're wasting your own time. It seems to me like you're hung up on a person. Some of you, this might be a situation, but I am getting the sense for a lot of you, this is a person. You're stuck on this person who's no good for you, who's wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your own emotions. And it's not going to lead to anything, and you're missing out on milestones and trying to find someone you actually connect with. A lot of you, I feel like this King of Wands is a relationship. It's this person that you're hung up on. And to me, it feels this energy of constantly chasing them, and when you finally get them, you butt heads. To me, there's this energy of discomfort that you are drawn to with them. And so because things are difficult with them, you've attached to them, and you're holding on to them, but they're not good for you. And it doesn't mean that this person's like your twin flame, your soulmate. It's like you created this version of who they are in your head, and it's like you're chasing after that, but that has never been reality with them. It feels like your self is telling you you're hurting your own self. With the 3 of Swords here, you were your own heartbreak. It feels to me like you're in separation from them, or it's a very tumultuous on and off again relationship and dynamic. And it feels like this person's karmic, and your future self is looking at you like, let them go. We don't need them. We're so much better without them. The back of the deck energy is the 9 of Pentacles. That means you can be independent. You can be yourself. You don't have to hold on to them. You have this energy here where you can stand in your power. You can be yourself. And so it's like you don't need anyone else because you're this tiger, you're this badass. And it's okay that you're alone because you're more secure. It's healthier. You're independent. Right now, you're so codependent on them. You're chasing them with the Chariot here. It's like you can't let them go. You can't walk away. You don't want to. But they're never going to be what you need them to be, and you're never going to have the fulfillment you need from them. Honestly, those of you where you want to move forward in life and either you want an engagement, you want a commitment from them, you want to get married, you want to have kids with them, you want to get a house, whatever your plans are with them, it's never going to happen. The Four of Wands is reversed. This means you're never going to get what you want. They're always going to talk and talk and talk. They're never going to give it to you. You're always chasing after them and they're dragging their feet every step of the way. There's an energy here of needing to find balance. There's no balance in this situation. That's what your self wants you to know. And even your past self who's dealt with them is looking at it and being like, we keep falling into the same patterns, the same trap. They know how to set the trap. They know how to lure you in. They know what they need to do to keep you on that hook. This is a karmic relationship. This person knows you, and they might know you better than you know yourself, honestly. Because you're this King of Wands. They're developed. They're in their power. They know who they are. And so it's like you keep chasing after them thinking that they're going to change or that it's going to be okay and things are going to be different this time around. This person is fully aware of who they are. They don't want to change. They're getting everything they want. They're this King of Wands. They're stubborn. They're set in their ways, but they're this king. They're on this throne, and they're happy with it. You are the one who's running after them, trying to quite literally ram them and bulldoze over the life that they want and say, no, 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 this is what you really want. You really want me. The message I'm getting from yourself is that you're fooling yourself. You've been telling yourself these lies. And your future self is trying to bring it to your awareness because that's all it's ever going to be. It's just going to be words. It's going to be things you tell yourself. Eventually, you're going to have to face reality. And it's like you're wasting so much time with them. The Two of Pentacles here, it looks like an hourglass to me. You have the Two of Pentacles stacked on one another. You're wasting your time. The hourglass is running out. You're not going to get this milestone with them. They're not going to make this commitment. They're not going to give you what you need for this relationship to make you happy. That's why you have the Three of Swords, because you're breaking your own heart. You're staying stuck on a situation that is only ever going to cause you pain. Yes, there might be moments of happiness, but that's where you're convincing yourself things are going to be different. If you actually face the truth and realize they're never changing and realizing that they're not going to give you what you want, you wouldn't be happy. Right now, you're optimistic that things are changing, that you're going to fix it, that they just need to love you more and it's going to be okay. And the message that yourself wants you to know is that it's never going to be okay. You're never going to be able to make them change. You're not going to get through to them because that's not something you can do. It's nothing to do with yourself. Who they are is not your fault. But the fact you keep running back to them, you keep chasing them, you keep hoping for things to be different when you know they won't be, that is on you. And that's what yourself wants you to know. You only have yourself to blame. That's why they're telling you this now, because it's only ever going to waste your time, and it's because you're doing it. And so the only one you can be upset with is yourself. The Knight of Cups is reversed. You're missing out on someone who has that emotional fulfillment and has those same desires as you, who's in your life or will be coming into your life. You're going to miss out on them if you don't let this person go. Especially for those of you where this is a relationship, this person's a knight right now. So they're not a king yet, and that's not a bad thing in this instance because the two of you need to work together. There needs to be compromise. You don't want someone who's stuck in their ways yet because you have a lot you're learning about yourself. This Knight of Cups, yeah, they might have moments where they do things that aren't right or they might hurt you inadvertently, but this person's not malicious. And so when they come into your life, you have the ability to grow together, to learn things together, and have this mutual respect and understanding for one another. You don't have that right now. And this could quite literally be that you are dealing with a fire sign and you need to let them go for a water sign to come into your life. But this also is talking about the energies they give off. The King of Wands is this energy of stubborn, of pride, of doing what they think is right and not listening to others and being impulsive and a little reckless with what they're doing, but it's okay as long as it's because they said so. It's a person who's taking a lot of control and charge over a situation and not wanting to give up any power to others. The Knight of Cups is an energy that is still learning, still adapting, has that emotional capacity to feel empathy, to feel compassion for others, and doesn't want to hurt others. Might do things a little emotionally. It might be a little reckless that way because they're caught up on how they're feeling in the moment, but with a little bit of conversation, communication, they're willing to try and work things out. They're someone where they want to problem solve. They don't want to hurt you. The King of Wands, while they might not want to hurt you, they're not as compassionate when they do. And this person, quite frankly, feels like they don't care when they hurt you. It feels like this person is very selfish and caught up in themselves and what they want out of life. And the thing is, that wouldn't be so bad if what they wanted and what you wanted aligned, but it doesn't. And you're convincing yourself that it does. That's why you need to be more independent. You need to let them go. You don't even have to go looking for this Knight of Cups. Just be by yourself. Let them go. Heal. Because you can't heal because you're constantly opening up this wound by running back to them or thinking about them or letting them back into your life in some way. Even if for those of you where you're not in communication with them, you still follow them on social media. You're still looking at what they're doing. You're still stalking them in a sense to see what's up with their energy. You need to cut them out completely. That's not healthy for you. You have this karmic attachment that was meant to teach you lessons, but you can't let them go, and it's like you're obsessed with them. And this is a message from yourself. Like, you're going to look back and reflect at this and be like, ew, I can't believe I was so hung up on this person. I don't even like them that much. But it's like right now you're caught in the midst of it all. And so you don't see things changing and you don't see how to get out of it. But this person that you're stuck on is not all that they are cracked up to be. And not everything that you projected onto them is true. I mean, you chose the dream catcher for a reason. It's because right now you're hung up on a dream. You're stuck on who they can be, what you want them to be, what you want your life to be with them. That's not reality, and you need to wake up to it. And for those of you where this isn't a relationship, to me it feels like there's this person in your life who is a karmic connection that has hurt you in some way, but you can't let it go. You're still trying to hold out hope that things can change, that they can improve. You're trying to fix it. You're trying to adapt yourself to no longer be an issue. And so if you're no longer an issue, you're no longer in the way, things can work out. This could be with a business relationship, this could be with your family members, your friends, but it's this person that you're trying to keep in your life who's not good for you. The universe has made it clear you need to let go of this person, but your own ego won't let go of them. You keep running after them, you keep chasing them, you keep putting in the work to fix this relationship. Yourself is telling you, stop putting in the work, stop wasting your time. Let yourself see this person's true colors, and if they don't put an effort in, and you stop putting it in, and then the relationship completely falls apart, it was meant to. You shouldn't be wasting your time on people who don't care about you enough to even put in the bare minimum. You're going to miss out on all these amazing things of your own life that you're putting aside for them, and then never getting the fulfillment you want out of your life because this person's just wasting your time. They're saying these words, they're saying promises. You're putting your life on hold, basically. And that's why you keep running to the past, because you don't know how to move forward. It feels like you've already put your life on hold for so long because of them, that it's like you have this determination that you have to make it work with them, because otherwise you wasted all this time. And the message from yourself is literally saying, you're only going to continue wasting more time. Just walk away. It's not worth it. Because yes, you wasted time. We see that. We regret it. We're not happy about that. But the more you stay, the more time that's wasted. This isn't ever going to turn into anything sustainable or happy or fulfilling. It's only ever going to drain you and take away from the good things you could get out of your life. The back of the deck energy was this independent energy for a reason. It's time for you to stand on your own 2 feet, not chase after them, set strict boundaries, protect yourself, protect your energy, and put yourself first. Because this person's never going to put you first. And instead of being so caught up on this person changing, you need to find ways for yourself to change, for yourself to grow, where you no longer feed into this habit, into this pattern. Because just because it's challenging doesn't mean it's challenging in a good way. This isn't a problem that you just need to solve. If it was that easy, it would have been done already. The fact this challenge keeps reappearing, and especially for a lot of you, I feel like this has been a lot of years in the making. This challenge keeps repeating because it's not worth it. Because it's no longer a challenge that's meant to make you grow. It's a challenge that's meant to make you actually look at it and be like, okay, I gotta quit trying to make this square fit in the circle. It's never going to work. And so your message is super direct. Yourself wants you to know to stop wasting your own time, to stop making yourself miserable by wasting your time, your years, your energy, and your life for this person who doesn't care about you, is never going to be who you want them to be. and it's time for you to walk away from them. Put your energy into yourself. If you're already not in contact with them, block them, cut them out of your life. If you're on this break of your relationship, of your dynamic, you owe nothing to them to chase after them anymore. Because every time you chase after them, you're like this ram, and it never works the way you want it to. You always just crash into things, and it leads to more heartbreak for you and more mess and more chaos, and it's just not what you want. It's not what you need. And so you owe it to yourself to walk away. This King of Wands energy in your life is no good for you. So stop holding on to them. It doesn't matter why you feel you need to hold on to them for. It's not worth it. And that's what yourself is telling you. It's never going to be worth it. You're never going to see it as worth it. Years from now, you're going to look back at this and be like, what was I doing? Why was I holding on to this person who clearly couldn't have cared less for me? Who never wanted anything good for me? It's like this person has revealed who they truly are and you don't want to see it. It's like you want to put on the rose-tinted glasses and be blind to them. And so it's like yourself is trying to give you a wake-up call, like just walk away now. You're going to only hurt yourself if you stay. And so I'm sending you all so much love and strength out this time. I know it's not easy to walk away, but it's really what you need to do in order to protect yourself. And so let me know in the YouTube comments down below how this resonates for you. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you a part of this family. And make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post multiple videos every single week, and I'm going to have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this did resonate and you want to purchase your own reading or you want to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Every way you can contact me is going to be in the description box down below. And I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose the Octopus Charm, I'm going to go ahead and see what messages yourself has for you. So you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. You have the Five of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Empress reversed, and the King of Pentacles. You also have the Ace of Pentacles as the back of the deck energy. So I'm going to go ahead and rearrange your cards so you can see them a bit better. So I'm kind of hearing the saying, just keep swimming for you. And I think what yourself is trying to let you know is that you're not always going to do the right thing, and you haven't always done the right thing. But you can't go back, you can't change it, and you're not going to be able to shield yourself from never making a mistake again. I think a lot of the times you get so stuck on what you did wrong or when things don't work out, and you think that the worst of the worst has happened, and you think there's no way to move forward, and the message that you're being told is to just move forward. It's going to work out. Because I see with the Seven of Cups here, this is an energy in which there's a choice that's had to be made. And I think what you ended up choosing, or what you will choose to do, is to do something that you think is going to be very financially rewarding, but it ends up isolating you. It ends up making you alone, and it feels like it's a temporary success. It feels like it doesn't last a long time, and so it leaves you with this feeling like you have missed out on things, or like you gave up a good opportunity for something that wasn't well worth it. And so I think because the glamour has faded away, you're going to be left feeling very upset. But from there, you're being told to take action. And yes, that action sometimes is going to be impulsive. There's going to be other challenges you face. You're going to become this King of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the back of the deck energy. Opportunities are open to you. There's always another door. There's always something else that can be done. It seems like you struggle with communicating and with speaking things efficiently in the way that you want them to. So I think, especially for those of you where you have a career that's involved with public speaking, I think that's going to set you up for a lot more challenges. And what yourself wants you to know is sometimes like you're not going to master things. You can face a lot of the challenges and yet still learn and grow, but never fully overcome it, never fully master it. And so part of you achieving the success, becoming this King of Pentacles, is by accepting what your flaws are and accepting where you're at with things. It doesn't mean not to try. It doesn't mean to not go for things. But it's to be okay with where you're at, to accept where you're at and not beat yourself up for it. I also get the sense that when it comes to communicating and expressing your feelings, you struggle with that. And so what yourself wants you to know, it's like, you know, you might not ever get to a point where you can be fully vulnerable and comfortable with being vulnerable when it comes to fully expressing yourself and wearing your heart on your sleeve. But you don't have to do all that in order to still let people in order to still be vulnerable. You can take steps where you're allowing people into your lives that might not look like all that progress when you compare yourself to someone else. But what yourself is telling you, it's that you are not someone else. You are yourself. And so because of that, the way that you express things and you communicate and the way that you're vulnerable with people is going to look different. And so right now, it feels like there's this block where you think you don't do a good job at it, so you don't do it at all. Yourself is guiding you and telling you to let your guards down a little bit, to let some people in, but do it in a way that's real and authentic to you, a way that is balanced with you and understanding who you are as a person fundamentally. For example, take love languages. There's so many different love languages that you can have. And so for you, words of affirmation or words about how you feel might not be your love language, but that doesn't mean that you don't express and communicate your love in other ways. And so your love language might be something else, and the person that you're with or the people in your life are going to value that. They're going to see it. And so it's not about changing yourself and molding into this version that others might want you to be. It's about finding people who see you, understand you, and accept you for who you are. Because there's not a lack of effort here. The vibe I get from your higher self isn't that you've been cold and distant and you need to change. It's not an energy of feeling like, oh my God, we're doing such a bad job with things. It's more an energy of saying, hey, you need to allow yourself to have a little bit more grace. We're going to be okay. Opportunities are going to arise, but we can't beat ourselves up for things that are just a part of who we are. And you can't force yourself to be something that you're not. And you can't force yourself to feel things that you don't feel. If that's truly not how you communicate, that's okay. You have the action, you have the steps. Just keep swimming, keep pushing forward, keep trying. And so as long as you're doing your best, you're going to be okay. Because something that yourself wants you to know and be extremely proud of is that you were always looking for a solution. You're always finding another way forward, another way to just keep swimming. And so when you face these challenges, you look for a solution. You might not always be able to communicate the best, but you still show up. You still do the work. The Empress is reversed. And so to me, again, this goes to this energy. It's almost like you're stuck and stagnant when it comes to creating, when it comes to growing, but not in the sense where you don't ever change, where you don't ever grow. It feels like you're so focused on trying to improve yourself, on trying to protect yourself, on trying to do the right thing and not make mistakes. And it's like you're so focused on trying to be the best version that you can be that you get so stuck and lost in your head where you think you're not doing a good enough job. And I think there's moments where you forget that you're human and everyone else in this world goes through the same problems as you do or similar problems as you do, and they just don't always show it. I'm hearing that you have a tendency to compare yourself to others. And what yourself wants you to know is that no matter who you look at in life, no matter how well they hide it, everyone has their own problems, they have their own issues, no one is perfect. And you're trying to reach this level of perfection that no one is capable of. You are already this King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, the Pentacles represents the home, it represents the stability, the foundation. It also represents material items and money, so this could be with your career. But basically, the King of Pentacles is someone where they have a lot of material items and status symbols, making them look smarter, wiser, better than they might feel internally. The King of Pentacles represents an energy of faking it until you make it, not letting people see the issues. Because the King of Pentacles represents an energy of items and things in your life, it creates an energy where you get to pick and choose what you show. It creates a dynamic in which you are able to go on this mountain, stand tall, and show the world who you are, because you're planning it out, because it's up to you to decide that image. It's up to you to decide what you show on this mountaintop. No one sees what's behind the mountain, only what's at the top, because everyone's underneath you. And so when it comes to your life, think of everything going on the same way. You might have these issues, but you have the ability to just keep swimming, to move forward, to overcome them, and you have the ability to keep them private. Not everyone has to know what's going on in your life. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut, especially because you're not the best at communicating. Things don't always come off in a way that you intend them to. And sometimes people will take a little bit of information and run with it. And I think that's part of why you have isolated yourself a bit. You feel misunderstood. And so what yourself wants to know is to keep putting in an effort, keep trying things, keep taking action, keep moving forward basically. And let people reveal themselves to you. Eventually, you will surround yourself by people who understand you, who don't expect you to be something that you're not, who love and accept you for who you are, because you're doing the best that you can. And everyone else who's just trying to judge you or make people laugh at you or hurt you and poke you when you're down, their true colors are going to be revealed. This Knight of Pentacles, this issue with communication, might also be representing someone in your life who is a Pentacles or Earth sign that you need to remove from your life who isn't true. Someone who has a tendency to gossip and say things behind your back. You need to let them go. But your future self wants you to know, it's like, don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to fall down. Success is yours. You're building up your career, your money, your finances, your assets to a place that you're going to be extremely secure with. And new opportunities are always going to open up for you. Even if you don't necessarily create the opportunity, you have the ability to walk through the door with it. So I'm getting the sense there might be future opportunities where maybe someone you know allows you to become involved with something and gives you help in some way. Not in the sense where they're giving you a handout, but in the sense where, let's say this is business, it feels like they're going to come to you and be like, hey, I have this really good business opportunity. I think you would be a good fit. Or hey, my job is hiring. Do you want me to get your resume put in there and I'll put a good word in for you? I'll give you a good recommendation. Some people might be setting you up with someone. There's basically this energy of connection with the people in your life that's going to allow you to achieve these opportunities, but not in a way where someone's handing it to you, in a way where someone's helping you. And I think part of your issue is that it's hard for you to ask for help because you try to be this level of perfection. You try to do things yourself and be independent, but that's not getting you anywhere because everything in life requires communication, connection. And even if that's something you struggle at, you still have to try to participate in. There's always going to be challenges, but you have the ability to be successful regardless of the challenges because you keep moving forward and you don't give up. Basically, what yourself wants you to know is don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on the things that you're doing. Because regardless if you achieve that dream desire that you have, the effort is going to put you in the right place at the right time. And they want you to know that all these choices that you felt like were bad or misled you or didn't lead to the place you wanted them to be, that's true. But it's leading you to where you need to be. Everything's working out for you. You might not be perfect, but you're going to get past the bad stuff. That's all temporary. You are this King of Pentacles. Things are going to work out. They're going to balance out because opportunities will be opening up to you. I mean, I think that's why you chose the octopus, because it's like you try and do everything. You try and do too much. And sometimes you just need to slow down, relax, and take it at your own pace. This really is just a message to tell you, relax, take a breath. It's going to be okay. Figure out your next step and just take it one step at a time. Don't rush things, don't force things, just do what you can, put in your effort, and whatever you can do, whatever you're able to do is going to be enough. You have to take this pressure off of you because you're burning yourself out. You're putting on all this pressure and disappointing yourself. There's nothing you need to be disappointed with. Everything's a part of life. You're going to turn it around. No matter where you're at, it doesn't mean you're stuck there. And that's what you truly have to remember at this time. Everything is temporary. You have the ability to fix anything and to move past it, and it doesn't define you. You will naturally grow and change without trying to force it. Forcing it is where you're hitting this block and you're feeling like no progress is being made because it's like you're watching this pot waiting for it to boil over. Sometimes you need to walk away, take a break, and then come back and see the results of your labor. That's the biggest issue right now. You're watching yourself too critically. You need to take some time, take some space to focus on different aspects of your life and enjoy your life. Right now you're being too hypercritical, and that's not good for you. That's not healthy. It's creating this negative self-talk. And that's what yourself wants you to know. Change the way you view yourself. You don't have to be so harsh with yourself. You're going to be okay. You're set up for success. Even if the path is not linear, you're going to be okay. That's the main takeaway. Just keep swimming, you'll be okay. And so I'm sending you all so much strength at this time. I know it's not easy, but these cards are meant to reassure you. They're meant to give you hope for yourself and where you're going with your path and with your destiny, with your purpose. And so I really hope this resonates for you. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post multiple videos every single week, and I'm going to have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this did resonate and you want to purchase your own reading or you want to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Every way you can contact me is going to be in the description box down below, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose the Gemini Astro dice, I went ahead and I put your charm off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and pull your cards and see what messages yourself has for you. You have the Hierophant, the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, King of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and you just got a lot of jumpers. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Devil, Death, and these Six of Cups. You also have the Sun as the back of the deck energy. So I'm going to go ahead and rearrange your cards so you can see them a bit better. So what I'm hearing right now is adaptability. I think what yourself wants you to know is that there's going to be situations in your life in which you need to adapt. Right now, it seems like you are this Hierophant energy, or you could be dealing with a Taurus in your life. So it's either, you right now are being extremely stubborn, or you have someone in your life that you're holding on to that is very traditional, very stubborn, and set in their ways, and they're not really going to change. They're not going to adapt. And the issue is with the Seven of Wands, this is creating an environment where right now you are defending yourself, you're attacking people because of your own ego. And so because you have the strong sense of self, it's making you go out of your way to be on edge, and everything that someone says, you're taking it to be harsher than it truly is. You're taking things the wrong way, and it's making you more moody than you need to be because you're in defense mode. It's like everything that someone says or does is opposition and an attack to you, and so it's making you a little bit unpleasant to be around right now. Right now, I sense you're being very divisive to the people in your life, and that's what yourself wants you to realize, is that you might feel justified and like you're protecting yourself and like you're doing this because you're protecting yourself, you're protecting another, and like you're proving your point and you're in the right. But it's gonna cost you a lot. If you don't adapt, right now you're being extremely divisive. People in your life are gonna start cutting you out. People in your life aren't gonna wanna have you around. you're going to be this hanged man. And so this is being represented to you, one, in the literal sense where it's like that saying, give someone enough rope and they hang themselves. But this is also representing an energy of changing, because the hanged man is an energy in tarot in which someone has walked into a trap that they have set because they underestimated what was actually going to take place. And so because of this, they walked into something fully confident they were going to win, and they got caught, they got trapped, and now they don't know what to do. And so right now, or what's going to happen very soon in your life, is that you're going to continue down this path in which you are in the right, in which you are protecting yourself, in which you're doing everything you think you need to do. But you have this chip on your shoulder, and it's going to cause people to pull away from you, cut you out, not want to spend time with you. And in doing so, you're going to feel isolated, you're going to feel alone, and you're not going to be protected, because everything that you were protecting, everything you were trying to hold on to, you no longer have. And so it's almost like, yeah, you win, but at what cost? That's what I'm hearing from yourself. It's like, stop getting in your own way. This isn't leading to the result you want. And so that's why you're this King of Pentacles, because you're the king of all this stuff, all this status, but you don't have any of the emotional support, any of the connections you desire. And so you're up at this mountain, you're trapped, you know, with this rocky terrain, but you're all alone. And so it's like you made it up this very difficult hill. You faced all these challenges, quote unquote, but now you're alone, now you're isolated. And so it's almost like once you reach the top of this mountain, the only thing you can do is come back down. You're gonna have to change, you're gonna have to adapt, you're gonna have to realize this isn't what you want. And so I feel like a lot of the advice yourself wants you to get right now, it's like, it's not too late. Like, you can turn around. You're gonna turn around eventually. You're gonna change. You're gonna realize the error of your ways. This isn't gonna be permanent, but it's like, save yourself the headache, save yourself the heartache. Like, just acknowledge what you're doing now. Don't let your pride make you continue down this path of pushing others away and isolating yourself. You're this Page of Pentacles. You have so much to learn, so much knowledge to gain. The Page is a student. Pentacles is learning. You're this Page. You're going to become this Page. You realize that you are this Page, but you're going to become this King, thinking you have all the knowledge when you really only have the knowledge of a Page. And so it's like, don't build yourself up to be someone that you're not, because you think it's going to get you more, because you think it's going to be beneficial. It's not going to be. You're going to hurt people you care about along the way. Quit wasting this time putting on this persona that isn't representing who you are, because you think it's stable, because you think it's safer, because you think it's going to be the key to unlock all these opportunities for you. You're chasing this goal, this opportunity, this status, but you're losing everything that matters along the way. And you're gonna have to humble yourself. You're gonna have to apologize. You're gonna have to do right by people, because you're ending up trapped with regret, with remorse. You realize you went the wrong way with the Devil card here. You're realizing that what you got was false, was not what you wanted it to be, was not what you intended it to be. And you got manipulated by the Devil here. And so then the only thing for you to do is have this rebirth. Shed your skin. Remove yourself from the situation. The Six of Cups represents an energy of family, of friendships, of memories, of happiness. The back of the deck energy is the Sun for a reason. Right now, the advice from yourself is that you've spent too much time being stuck in your ways, being stubborn, chasing these things that is not going to satisfy you, that is not going to fulfill you. And you're being very defensive about it, because there's a part of you that fears you're never going to get it. And so because you're so stubborn, because you're so stuck in your ways, you're spending all this time, all this energy, all your resources chasing this goal to prove yourself to everyone. But because of that, you're becoming this person that no one wants to have in their life. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong about a situation that goes on between you and a person, because it's not about that specific situation. It's about, do you want everyone in your life to cut you out? Do you want to be alone? Do you want to feel like the people who love and care about you right now no longer do? Because yes, you might be right, but by being right, you're going to lose everyone along the way. And what yourself wants you to realize, it's like, it doesn't matter who's right, who's wrong. This situation is stupid. This situation is not worth hurting the people in your life. And you're going to realize that. Like, that's the thing. This isn't a matter of if you realize it. It's a matter of when. Because your future self is here saying, I went through it. I humbled myself. I changed. You're going to change. But it's like, why go through all this heartache if you can avoid it? You don't need to go all the way up the mountain to realize this. You can realize it while you're halfway up. Don't waste so much time, energy, years pushing people away when all you need to do is apologize, communicate, work it out. Right now, you're this Hierophant. You're very defensive. The people in your life are still approaching this situation with compassion. The issue isn't that they don't care to hear your opinion, and the issue isn't that they want to do this to you. The issue is they feel like they have no choice because you're not receptive, because you're not listening. It seems like you're not putting in any effort to change, to hear them out, to understand them. And so because you're going in being automatically defensive, that's making them put their defenses up. That's not something they want to do. So you're misreading the situation. You're going into it attacking them, and therefore their defenses go up, but that's not what they want. And so if you approach this, you humble yourself and you try to actually find a solution, maybe things won't be perfect. It might take a long time, but you can work it out. Adjustments can be made, things can be prevented, things can shift, they can change, because you're no longer acting like this know-it-all. You're not acting like this king when you're really a page. The page isn't expected to know everything. The page is still a student. The page is still learning. The people in your life don't expect you to be perfect. They don't expect you to never hurt them or never do something unintentionally. But the current issue is, everything you're doing it with the appearance that you're fully aware of what you're doing. So it doesn't matter if you care, if you don't care. You're giving the appearance that you don't care about them, you only care about yourself. And therefore, if people think you don't care about them, they're gonna stop caring about you. They're trying to protect themselves. And so in order to fix this, what yourself is telling you to do is to let them know how you feel, that you don't want this, that you're sorry for your part in the situation. Even if you don't want to take all the blame for it, take your blame. It takes two to tango. This is both of yours fault on some level. So take accountability for what you have done. It feels to me that you want to be defensive. You want to put the blame on everyone else and not look in the mirror. That's the issue here. And that's where there's going to be this regret later on with the devil, because you're going to see your part in things, and that things became so extreme so quickly because of your ego. Because you couldn't adapt, because you couldn't change. That's why you have the death card here. You need to shed the skin. And so what this means is there's going to be a point where you literally have to go out of your way to try to fix and amend all the issues that have been caused. Because a lot of this is because of your own doing. And so if you don't take the first step, they're not going to reach back out because they don't know that you have changed. They don't know that you want to work it out. You have to show them that you've changed. You have to go to them. And by doing that, it's going to allow this environment in which you can actually start to rebuild this relationship. There's going to be success in reconnection and reconciliation, with the back of the deck being the Sun card. But you have to become privy to the situation at hand and realize your own power to control it. Right now, the message from yourself is that everything that's going on is partly to do with yourself. And until you accept that and see that you're part of the problem, you're never going to be able to fix it because you're not acknowledging what the issue is. And so when you put all the blame on other people, it makes it where they can try all they want to fix it. They can't fix it because you're not hearing them, because you're not listening to them. And so quit trying to focus on where you want to be and what you're trying to prove yourself to be capable of, and look at what you have and what you're losing in order to get it, because right now you're being told it's not going to be worth it. There's a way where you can find balance, you can heal this, you can keep the relationships in your life and treat them with respect and dignity, and not be so egocentric at this moment, where you can protect yourself in a way that's healthy and in a way where you take these people along the way to your journey. It might take longer, but you don't have to do this with the chip on your shoulder. That's what the issue is right now. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. It's your ego that's fueling you and feeding these insecurities that is making you lash out at others. It's okay to achieve your goals, but when someone is expressing how they feel to you, understand it, listen, hear it before lashing out. Don't allow your insecurities to dictate how you talk to someone. Try and have someone else that you can talk your insecurities out to, and they can help you figure out what you actually want to say and how you actually feel about it. Because you need help, you need to adapt. You can't do this all yourself. Right now, the message from you is that you're going to be okay. You're going to work things out with this person. But right now you're being your own worst enemy. You're getting in your own way of this connection. And so at a certain point you have to decide when enough is enough and when you're going to do your part to fix it. Because it's not only on this other person. It's not on everyone else to fix things for you. It's for you to acknowledge your own ego, your own part in things. And your higher self is telling you, it's like, you don't have to waste all this time. You can change it. You can rewrite your course. Don't waste so many years digging your heels in and trying to prove yourself to be this person that you think is going to make your life 10 times better, because you're going to get all that success and realize it's not worth it. This persona you put onto yourself of who you're trying to be is going to be alone. So it's not going to be worth it. And you're losing yourself along the way. Eventually you're going to have to do that hard work to find yourself. And it's like, why are you going to spend so long wasting your time, wasting your energy, chasing this person who you don't even like? Let alone, why would you expect other people to like this version of yourself? And so you have the ability to change this now. And if not, this is just a message from yourself that you're going to continue down this path. Eventually you're going to achieve everything and you're going to realize that you made mistakes, that it's time to change. And there's going to be a lot of regret at that time. It's not going to be easy to fix. It's going to be doable, but it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it's not going to be easy. And so I'm sending you all so much strength at this time. This is not an easy message, but I hope it serves as a wake-up call that you needed to hear. If this did resonate, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you a part of this family. And make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post multiple videos every single week, and I'm going to have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this did resonate and you want to purchase your own reading or you want to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Every way you can contact me is going to be in the description box down below, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye!